The 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Covered by Universal Roof and Contracting. The difference is Universal.
On 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it.
All right, sports concepts and rationalizations coming your way. We call it the 10-minute drill. And at the end of the drill, besides the blood shed, and blood will be spilled this morning.
Yes, there will be.
What are we handing out as a prize pack, as a sign of peace, détente, if you will?
Well, we will extend the olive branch, but this is a floral branch, Sam, as it is a floral arrangement delivered by our friends at Kuhn Flowers. So stay tuned for that.
Oh, Kuhn Flowers, lovely.
Best in the biz.
Yeah, I love those guys. And, we'll make somebody's day a little bit brighter on this sweet Friday. Beautiful weather. A little chilly, but nice blue skies. It was nice to see that yesterday, by the way. Look, let's the Tom Brady issue. Jeff Darlington clearly has it in with the Brady camp, and this is very this could shake up the NFL big time if it occurs.
I just don't know why he'd leave. It's strange to me.
Yeah, I
can't come up with a reason.
Well,
I mean, we talked about before, like I hear some people say that, he wants to be appreciated. The guy's the GOAT, dude. You can't be appreciated more than Tom Brady. Everyone in the world thinks he's the best quarterback of all time.
He's not talking about. He's talking. That's in the organization, though.
What do you mean?
Maybe he's treated differently in the organization. We don't know. Maybe he's Belichick's always treated everybody the same. Maybe he wants to be treated a little more, as the GOAT within New England. I don't know.
I think listen. It seems like he wants to win.
If you have a boss who for 20 years, he does, and for 20 years, he's had a boss who, listen, every account in the world is that it's no fun to play in New England, but at the end, the payoff is great. But that may wear on you, and it may wear on Tom Brady, who the stories are historic. What did Belly say? The kid from Foxborough High School could complete that pass, Brady. Those types of things. I don't know. I'm just.
What did he say? Like in practice or something?
Yeah. You never heard that story?
No, but that's what coaches do, man. I mean,
well, Belichick's over the top, and maybe it's just worn out on him, and maybe he wants to try something else, or maybe it's a LeBron thing, and he wants to, get out to California, and maybe LA's, where Giselle wants to be, and maybe the agreement was, look, you can keep playing, but we got to go home. I don't know, but the guy said, huh?
I said home is New England.
Do you think Tom Brady's going to live in New England when this is
over?
No,
but that's home. I mean, that's where he's played his whole career. It's where his kids were born and have lived their whole lives. I mean,
were they born in New England or were they born in California at the big giant compound?
I don't know that. I don't know.
I mean, so
I just sense that I think that this is going to be a big story and all this.
Yeah, I don't think you're.
And then the Brady's going to sign with the Patriots because that's where he can win the Super Bowl.
And I heard you say this morning.
Unless they don't want to sign him.
I heard you say this morning.
Maybe they don't want to sign him.
Well, no, I don't believe that.
Well, if they do, they will.
I heard you say this morning.
If they really want him, they franchise him, Dan. You can always do that.
No, they can't.
Oh, they can't. They can't.
No,
because
absolutely
he's played it too many times.
No, he had that written into his contract.
Gotcha.
In fact, Tom Brady was talking about his. Some reporter in training camp asked him about his contract status, and he basically implied that why haven't the Patriots signed me to a contract extension? So maybe the Patriots are dragging a little bit. And maybe that's another reason why Tom Brady's like, all right.
And it's probably another reason why the Patriots are the Patriots and the rest of the league just sucks on their gas fumes. They're smart enough to not get emotional, to go through everything, to look at it, and not set themselves back a year or two. I mean, let's not forget what Drew Bledsoe was when Belichick benched him.
Understood.
He was a Super Bowl quarterback who had nothing but a Pro Bowl level career.
Yeah.
Now the question is, you got to have the deal is though that they've got to have a plan.
Well, that I would agree.
Yeah.
I'm sure they do.
And it ain't Jarrett Stidham. You don't go from Tom Brady to Stidham.
No, they'll go get one of the glut. There's a glut. They'll pick the one.
I got one for you.
Maybe Andy Dalton. Maybe
Andy Dalton.
Phillip Rivers. Who knows? They'll go get one. Listen, if you're Phillip Rivers, I'll join the Patriots over the Colts in a second.
Yeah, if they would offer that way.
It just depends. So, listen, I mean, obviously people are.
Would you want Tom Brady if you were the Raiders or the Chargers?
Yes.
Just so you can stay in a holding pattern for 2 years, or will he make that much of a difference?
I think he'll make a difference.
Yeah.
He's the GOAT. You just said it.
Yeah, he's the GOAT. He was the GOAT. He's 42. We all
Yeah.
I'm amazed that we have suddenly thought that because it's Tom Brady that the age and the fall off aren't coming.
It's coming, but
Yeah.
I'm willing to roll the dice, and it
came last year, though, Dan. That's what I don't understand. Why are we recognizing that it came last year?
I want to see it keep coming.
Golly, Hick, he's 20-something in passer rating. He's way down. I mean, why does this not matter? I mean, you watched him. He was not the same guy.
He missed some, but he completed some. But he didn't complete as many as he used to
Yeah.
complete. But there are also plays where I'd watch him and look at the disgust in his eyes because nobody was open.
Well, yeah.
So, I mean, that's a whole nother thing. He's played a lot of years in New England where they didn't have hardly anything for. I just think that I think Darlington might be onto something. And obviously, he's got an in with the Brady camp. The Brady camp is telling him, we're leaving. Now, he doesn't need to. Tom Brady, one thing Tom Brady does not need to do is to, build his position of strength. He's Tom Brady.
He can go anywhere. I get all that.
Yeah. No, in other words, hey, I'm going to let New England think I'm leaving, and they better up the ante.
He doesn't need that. There's so many variables here with him. He doesn't need the money. He doesn't need the attention.
Right, which he never took.
I know. He doesn't need any of that. So it's going to go where I don't know what. I mean, if he does leave New England to go to, the Raiders or Tennessee, then, yeah, I'd say he just hates Bill Belichick. I don't know why you would leave New England to go to those places when you have as much money and prestige and he has he doesn't need anything.
Yeah.
He doesn't need a $35 million contract. He doesn't need a promotional
needs
tour.
To be loved, Jeff.
Everybody
needs to be loved.
I mean, my man is thought of as the greatest quarterback of all time. He's married to Gisele Bündchen. I'll tell you the dark horse to me that makes the most sense and where I would be most concerned about him going is the Titans.
Yeah. You
got the tie-in with Vrabel. You have an opening there. You have a fantastic young receiver in A.J. Brown.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got a guy there that looks like he could be the next,
yeah.
Michael Thomas, Mike Evans, that level of receiver.
Yeah.
Jonnu Smith really came along as a tight end. You got Derrick Henry running the football. I mean, if I'm the Titans, that's a team that I would give it to him because the way you play, his smartness helps.
Yeah.
Like if you're the Raiders, you're not turning around and giving it to Derrick Henry and then just,
right.
completing it on 3rd and 6. Mm-hmm. So I don't. It's going to be a fascinating storyline. I think that this.
I think
headline is irresponsible. I think this is being way too much subject. It's February.
Not irresponsible.
It's February.
That's not irresponsible. That's his job. If he has people telling him that, he reports that. That's what he's supposed to do.
Then report it in an opinion column. There's no facts in here.
What do you mean? The fact is, these guys told me this. That's a fact.
Hick.
Would you want nobody to say anything?
Do you know? I mean, no athlete or people's side have ever told you anything as a reporter because they want you to get that out.
Of course,
they always mean
that. Could be.
Yeah. Okay.
But you still have to report it.
I just have a
Are
feeling.
you okay if I say this? Sure, I am.
I think with Tom Brady comes and goes, the tap through which the information flows. I just have a hard time believing it's Jeff Darlington. I don't think
he might have an in with the Brady camp. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe he knows that Don Yee guy. I don't know, but he clearly has an in. I would say this. Somebody said this on ESPN yesterday. It feels like the Patriots are down 28-3, but they have a way of coming back.
You have to put it that way.
Well, they have a way of coming back. Speaking of, curse the Chicago Bears. You stay out of the Austin Hooper Derby. This is not a derby.
The Jacks aren't getting Hooper.
We're getting Hooper.
Bears. We don't spend any money. We don't spend it effectively.
Austin Hooper.
Bears.
Good Lord, the Bears.
I wish his parents had named him Cooper. God, I wish his parents had named him Cooper.
Cooper Hooper?
Cooper Hooper. Hooper.
His parents love him because
that'd have been great.
It would be awful to do that.
When he was born, did they call the doctor the Hooper Scooper?
Is Cooper Hooper here? Cooper Hooper?
Bad week for a receiving prospect to not be full strength. So Van Jefferson, because it was discovered he had a foot fracture, probably lost a few $100,000 this weekend.
All right, well, make a note and take him in the 6th round because you're going to get great value.
Yeah, and I agree with that. But with all the receivers they have this year, not a good year to be in the middle of that pack and be the one that's injured. There's too many healthy guys that you can choose ahead of time. It wasn't just Henry Ruggs who tore it up yesterday with 4.27. 20 receivers ran under 4.45.
There's a lot of fast receivers.
Or 4.5, under 4.5. 20 of them. It's the most since 2014.
Yeah.
Tied for the most all
A
time.
lot of good receivers in this draft.
With a lot of skill set.
A lot of good receivers. The combine continues. I saw a Jalen Hurts chucking it around. Looked pretty good to me. So you watch these guys throw.
Did we learn enough about Hurts in the playoffs, dude? Haven't we learned enough about Hurts of like directing an NFL type offense? And the fact that he had to be benched at Alabama in the middle of win streaks. The fact that when he got into the
Lamar
playoffs,
Jackson in the Gator Bowl, he wasn't very good.
No, I'm talking about the entirety of his career. But although Lamar Jackson had a running ability that Hurts is nowhere near.
Closer than you think, isn't he?
No, not me.
I wouldn't say nowhere near.
I would.
Really?
Yeah.
How many yards do you think Jalen Hurts ran?
I don't
for
care. Man, I'm just talking about put him in the shotgun against an NFL defense, and Jalen Hurts ain't doing what Lamar Jackson does.
He's smooth, man.
He's good. He's a good athlete, but he's going to have to be a passer. You're not coming in and designing a Lamar Jackson offense for Jalen Hurts.
How many yards did he run for at Oklahoma this year?
Oh, got like 1,400 maybe.
1,300 yards.
Yeah, no, I know.
1,300 yards.
Yeah, how many did Kyler Murray run for? And what did he run for with the Cardinals? Lamar Jackson is special, man. We can't put any quarterback into that kind of single wing design. I mean,
I'm going to say Kyler Murray ran for less yards than Hurts. But I'm going to look.
Oh, at Oklahoma?
Yeah,
it's going to be close, but yeah, I'd say less.
1,000 yards, 300 yards. What did Lamar Jackson run for?
But Kyler Murray also is a better thrower.
That's correct.
And so that's why Jalen Hurts' rushing yards are pumped up because of his ability.
As a runner.
Yeah. Well, that's why they've asked him at the combine to switch positions. Like they asked Lamar, and he didn't buckle. Said no.
I think Jalen Hurts seemed to be more willing to play different positions. Jalen Hurts.
He did throw it good yesterday, according to McShay.
I watched him. I thought he was throwing it great, but I can't tell.
Again, it's against air, though.
I know.
I mean, if you can't throw it great there, then you shouldn't even be at the combine.
What did Lamar Jackson run for in his last year at Louisville?
Oh, gosh, 1,600?
1,601 yards.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's like I'm saying. That's a whole different stratosphere.
1,300 to 1,600. Johnny like 1,400? Johnny Manziel?
Yeah, I don't recall.
He ran for a lot of yards, too. 6.9 yards a carry for Lamar Jackson. Kyler Murray, 7.2 yards a carry. Jalen Hurts, 5.6 yards a carry. 20 touchdowns for Jalen Hurts.
The problem with Hurts is you're always wary of this guy, and Leonard was kind of like that. They get off this unbelievable start. They're the leader, and then they kind of tail off. But Hurts in the championship game wasn't good, though. That bothers me against that kind of talent. Like Baker Mayfield, they got beat, but he played good. Produced a lot of numbers. And
yes. Against LSU, he was not very good.
Yeah.
That's what was he? 15 to 31.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had similar games like that when he was at Alabama. That's why they had to go to Tua.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to pass or be an NFL quarterback.
You might be right.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know that for sure.
But I was watching him last night. That was my only point.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of. I don't know. That's just those things don't do a thing for me.
There was a great story in hockey last night. Besides the New York Rangers winning their 5th straight, I think the Rangers are this year's version of the St. Louis Blues.
That would not
Watch
bother
out.
me as much.
Don't let us get in.
The only thing about him getting in is that I have to hear that ungodly, stupid Rangers song like
Do
every
not
other
let
day.
us get into the postseason, people.
Are you 9th? Are you just one out?
We are catching up. We're 10th with 19 games to go. 5 straight wins, even though our
Haven't you won like 10 out of 11 too or something?
Yeah, but our stud goalie broke his ribs in a car wreck, but the other guy, Georgiev's playing good. But anyway, this is
Henrik gone?
No, he's still there. Oh. He's Eli'd. This isn't about the Rangers.
Good.
This is
Thank
about
about principle.
Ottawa.
Sens.
Yes.
Fighting Sens.
Did you see this kid Bobby Ryan last night?
I missed it.
He had 15 goals, Beef. It was unreal.
No, in
that would be a
November, he said, I got to get help. I got to leave. He left the team to get treatment for alcoholism.
Okay.
100 days sober. First came back with the Senators last night. Hat trick.
Good for him.
And the place went nuts. And they welcomed him back, and he was crying. It was nice. It was a very nice hockey moment.
They have the 3rd worst team in the league, so they needed
Ottawa?
a good moment. Gosh, you know who has the worst record?
Uh-huh.
The Red Wings. What has happened to them? I don't follow hockey, obviously, but I mean, the Red Wings would be like waking up in 10 years and the Patriots are the worst team in the league.
Yes. What's the capital of Canada?
It's Ottawa.
Yeah.
Yeah. You trying to trick me, or were you?
No,
did you
I
not
heard
know?
that last night. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's
I was thinking through my head.
That's why they're the Senators.
I saw somebody get asked that last night. What's the capital of Canada?
Was it on Jeopardy?
And,
did the Jeopardy girl win? I started watching that. She was losing.
That was your thing, man.
No one's gotten. Yeah,
You're the Jeopardy guy.
No one's jumped into that fever yet.
Wow, I thought we did yesterday.
Well, you brought it up.
Yeah.
You alerted us for the first time.
You alerted the affiliates.
If she wins a couple more, then I think we'll all start to pay attention.
Okay.
But we haven't caught the fever yet.
No, I don't have the fever. If I had the fever, I wouldn't be asking, how did the girl do last night?
Yeah.
I would know.
I just wanted to replace the guy in the tournament championships, the other guy.
Yeah, that poor guy. He should have never agreed.
Yeah. Hey, Beef, have you seen this? This is a sports concept and rationalization because it's our guy, Will Ferrell. But have you seen this on, is it on YouTube? Maybe you've seen it, but one of the baseball dads alerted me to it last night. This hot wings thing.
Yeah, I've told you about that show numerous times.
You have?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite things. It's called Hot Ones.
And do they have to answer questions?
You told me about it?
I've told you about Hot Ones on numerous occasions. I've told you about different times people riding and how funny it was.
I apologize.
Not
I've
on the air.
disrespected
That's supposed to be in your friend talk, your friend chats, because we haven't had that discussion
we've talked
on air.
about it.
We've talked about it on the air?
Oh,
or
yeah,
no?
we brought it up.
Anyway, Will Ferrell did it for his movie.
Do they have to answer questions or something?
They answer questions
But
while
what
they're eating the
happens
wings.
is you're eating these,
And they're super hot.
Well,
Oh
they
my
get
God.
hotter as they go.
There's 10 of them.
You
right?
climb the ladder.
But
About 8 is when you go insane.
Yeah. You kind of just can't
You're
answer.
delirious.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
But he hung in there pretty
He hung
well.
tough.
But the one that I
Will
watched,
wasn't as funny as I had hoped he would be.
I watched one other one, and it was outstanding,
Yeah.
and it was Margot.
Yeah, Margot Robbie was very good.
Did you see hers?
Yes.
So she was ready to go into like chicken wing, hot wing shock.
Some are spectacular.
Yeah, are they?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because
Some are not so good. Some are amazing, though.
I thought Will Ferrell would take the ice bucket and just dump
It's
it on
weird.
his...
The funny people tend to not be very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Weird enough.
Anyway, but it's fun to watch, and I
like
looked at it.
when,
I should have listened to you more on that one.
James Corden does a thing on his show where they
Yeah, spill your guts or fill your guts.
karaoke.
no, not that the one where
Spill
they
your guts or fill your guts.
that's what it is.
Yeah,
Spill-
yeah,
you
I've seen
ask a
that,
question
which
if
is
you don't
spectacular.
answer it accurately, you have to eat some gross thing off.
They'll eat them too. They don't want to spill their guts.
No,
the best was
I couldn't.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
When he was on there as a guest,
Yes.
because they'd spin the wheel to him before he ever asked the question, he'd already eaten the thing,
Yeah,
Wow.
I've seen.
no matter how gross it was.
Yeah.
What? Oh, she won. The girl won.
The girl won. Jeopardy.
Yeah.
All right. There you go.
She was behind. She made a comeback. Good for her. She's got moxie.
Well, Moxie.
What? How many in a row is that now? It's 9 in a
I
row,
believe.
and
73.
she's up
8.
to 200 and something, $240,000.
Might be time to catch the fever.
Well, I mean that's up to you apparently.
I thought Mike said 1 in a row. Turns out he's holding a banana.
You set the bar on the fever. You've already made that announcement earlier.
No, I just felt like I haven't seen anything at all about it
Oh, yeah.
until you brought it up.
I must have seen something because
like-
I've been
Well,
watching.
much like the Raccoons, Jeff is a trailblazer.
Like when I checked the New York City headlines,
It's not in there.
Jimmy Holzhauer was
Well, why
in
do
there.
we not do? We haven't done New York City headlines in forever. So how do you know?
Oh, I look at New York City headlines every day.
You do?
Oh, yeah.
After 9 o'clock, I hope.
You know why she wasn't in there, Dan?
Why?
Because she's a woman.
She's a woman.
Again, the bias.
It is a
Small
bias.
brain. It's science. Hey, Burgundy, settle
Got to
down.
run off 4 or 5 extra because they dumb it down for her.
All right, let's do this. Let's do the prize pack here on a Friday. Kuhn Flowers, baby. Let's do caller number 4. Caller number 4. Caller number 4.
To take home a wonderful floral arrangement from our
Yes.
friends at Cute Flowers, 641-1010.